Hey, g'day guys, it's Temujin from SLColonies here, and today I'm going to be showing you the new engineering table, which works alongside the research table for the weapon system. This engineering table brings your blueprints that you learnt in the research table shown in a previous video, and allows you to make weapon casts, to then bring to a forge or a carpentry and make the weapon part, which might be a blade, a handle, a pommel, a guard, things like that. This also lets you reverse engineer any recipe in the game. So basically you can bring any item you own, drop it into this engineering table, and you will have yourself you'll know what items are in the recipe. You won't know the numbers. I'll show you how all that works right now. Yep, so basically just left click. I'll show you how reverse engineering works first. Left click on the engineering table and you'll get a choice of doing using a blueprint that you've learnt in the research table, or reverse engineering an item that you already own. So let's go to reverse engineering. You have to have the item in your inventory. So what it says here is to choose the item to break down. You have a 60% chance to recover information about the recipe. So the chance goes up, I believe, based on your level. So doing this will cost you one of the items selected, 50 energy and 100 CXP. Costs are consumed even if you fail. So let's go, let's find out how to make something simple. Don't want to give away a really good recipe to all you guys. So let's make a small basket. Okay, you are unable to determine what is used to make this item. So my 60% chance is gone and my energy has been used. Let's try again for the same small basket. You determined that the item is created with reed in unknown amounts. I have gained minus 100 CXP. So yes, now I know that it uses reed. I don't know how much reed to make the small basket. Now if it was a different recipe that uses multiple items, let's say reed or let's say clay and water for a pot, right? It will say it uses clay and water, but it won't say how much of each. So you still have to do some of the legwork and guess the recipe, but at least you'll be in an easier area to find out what it is. So let's go into making one of these weapon parts, or the cast to make the weapon part. Let's left click. Do not have enough energy, so just one moment while I give myself some. Right, so let's go ahead and use this engineering table and make a weapon cast. Use a blueprint. Now these are the recipes that I have learnt. As you can see, they're all parts of a weapon. So an axe adornment, I've got various axe adornments, I've got various axe handles, axe heads, I've got some knife blades, so I can make different types of knives, I can make different types of maces, and I believe I have some of the swords. So I can make, if you make all the parts and then you put them together to make the finalized weapon. So let's see what it takes to make an axe adornment, the first one, so it makes it easy for myself, right? Now it tells me that I do not have enough clay, which I need 2 to craft axe adornment. Alright, so let's give myself 2 clay and see what happens. One moment. Alright, so I'm back with some clay. Now another thing to note is it won't tell you if you've already got the required items, what you've already got that is needed. So it told me I need 2 clay, but I more than likely needed something else as well. So I'll bring back my clay and my other items. I'll come back and make this axe adornment, and it's passed, right? So it starts making my added axe adornment 1. Now once I've made this, I'll need to find out what goes into this cast to make the finished product. But I need to either bring it back to the forge if it's a smithing type of item like a blade, or I need to bring it back to the carpentry if it's something made of wood, obviously, you know, like a wooden handle for something. So then I need to add the extra ingredients along with the cast. Now these casts you do not keep. They're a single use item. You can sell them in the market, you can trade them with other players just the same. But when you've gone back to your forge or your carpentry and you've made the final part, so I've got the adornment 1. Now I need another part of the axe. I need to know the other parts. So the axe might also have the axe blade, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on what type of design of blade I've discovered. And you'll need your handle. as well. When you've made all 3 weapon parts, you'll need to take it to a weapon bench. Now this weapon bench is coming out very shortly. You bring it to the weapon bench, you put your weapon parts together on the bench, it will display the item, it will tell you if it's been discovered before by another player or not. If it's been discovered, great, you get to make that weapon. If it hasn't been discovered before, you get to name the item. So you might call it the Axe of Wonder, something, whatever you want to call it. And you can see the stats on it and everything, and complete the axe, and you've invented that weapon. The next time someone makes that combination, they've made your axe that they can sell, that you've named forever. Now we will monitor names of weapons to make sure they're not offensive or obscene or anything like that, and delete that name, that record, if it's not permitted, and let you know. So I'll just pause this so I get through to 100% a bit quicker. Alright, so here's 100%. Now I've made it and I'm ready to collect it. Left click it and it will say I've received my axe adornment cast. Now, as I said, you need to bring that to either the forge or your carpentry or whatever other profession that weapon part relates to, and make that weapon part. The weapon part you can then sell, trade, put on the market as usual. You can combine the various parts, as I said, to make the finalized weapon. The finalized weapon can also be put in the market as long as it hasn't been rezzed out yet. So the weapons themselves can go in the market, can be traded in person, and so on until rezzed. Hope you guys enjoyed, and all the best to you all.